So Charlie, what is the importance of great customer service?
Well, that's the difference of a good business, bad business. You know, it's all obvious things to people. You know, even if you're not the best at what you're doing, you know, do the best you can do. You know what I mean? And look, with customer service, I learned years ago that you build up a customer base, right? You build up a customer base, and the thing that's got myself successful in business and kept recessions and whatever's going on out there is by building up a customer base. I worked on a policy that once you're a Pimlico customer or a WeFix customer, you're a customer for life. And so they will get you through the recession. They will pay your bills. They will get you to be a great company. They will get you to be able to employ people. So it's all about the customer. And you know, the idea is you build up a customer base, and they will get you through the problems. Many people go by the wayside because they haven't kept that customer. And a bit of advice to anybody is work on the basis that is your customer for life. Until the only way it won't be your customer is they're brand bred, right? Or you fuck up, right? But if you don't fuck up and they're not brand bred, they're customer for life. I've still got customers now from when I was self-employed plumber. They're still with us today, right? Yeah. All right, most of them are dead, but there's still a few with us. Go on, you can laugh. Sorry, you can laugh. But I'm saying, most of them are brand bred, but I've still got people now, like, and they go, oh, I remember Charlie when he used to come round and fix our toilet.
Still doing it to this day.
You know, and they're about like 80 or 90, and I think, God blimey, how nice is that? So work on the basis of a customer for life. And it's the customer that makes you successful, keeps you in work, and allows you to, whether it be charity work or buy a villa in Dubai or Spain. It's the customer. So look after your customer and build up a customer base. Great tip.
Right. Marketing for the business. You had a very cool way of doing it, right? You did.
I thought you was going to say you was the best.
Well, very, very cool way of doing it, getting the registration plates. How did that come about? Why did you do that? Instead of getting Facebook ads or...
Okay, well look, I learned in marketing. I have a marketing manager who's been with me 40 years, well probably no, 45 years. It must be because he's due a pay rise, I think. All right, leave that one. Anyhow, he said to me years ago how important marketing is. And I said to him, do we go on the telly? Do we go radio? Do we put a little ad in the shop window? Do we go on the paper? Do we go on the internet? He said, it don't matter where you advertise in marketing. He said, it's called recognition. All you need to do is get your business, get it recognition. And if you happen to get it the recognition for the right reason, you've cracked it. So, and then when he explained that to me, and like I explain to people now, you could be the best plumbing company in the world, but if nobody don't know about it, there's no point. I mean, there's a reason why Marks and Spencer's are on the high street and not in a like two-bob little back alley, because they want recognition. Yeah. So wherever you can get recognition, call it marketing, PR, call it whatever you want. The real word is called recognition. And if you get recognition for the right reason, then you've cracked it. Because I used to say to him, I don't know, should I do the telly? Should I do the radio? Should I put it in the shop window? He said, it don't matter where you put it, long as it gets seen, and if it's good recognition, you can't fail. And I work with a company, like I got into PR 25 years ago properly. I had Pimlico, I bought a big building, we wanted some electric doors for vehicles coming in. I got onto some company up in Leeds, and they came down and they're doing these doors. Never heard of them, but they sounded good. And all of a sudden their manager said, can we send our boss woman down? She's quite well known up in Leeds, can't think of her name, but it's very well known, big business woman. And she wants to do some pictures and put it in a magazine. It sounded like crazy then. I said, what are you talking about? And he said, and she wants to come down to meet you. And I said, okay. And I didn't get it, you know what I mean? I've got to be honest. Now it's obvious, you know what I mean? Don't go anywhere without a photo now, you know what I mean? Anyhow, she came down and said, you know, who do you use for PR? Who's your PR company? And I'm like, you've lost me. I didn't even know what PR meant, you know what I mean? And she said, you've got to have a PR company. I'm, what? Anyhow, she said to me, I have a PR company up in Leeds. You've got, if you want to be a successful business, you have got to do PR. And there's many ways of doing it. Social media, add in a window, do what you want, you know what I mean? I mean, there's many ways to do it. And so she mentioned her PR company, and I used them in 2000 it was, because I just moved in this building, and I'm still with them today, you know what I mean? 25 years down the line, I still use them today, non-stop, absolutely brilliant.
Must mean the customer service is good though, because you're a customer for life. There you go.
But I'm gonna ask you a question, I think you'll get it right.
Right.
This PR company, right, used for 25 years, what's their name?
Don't know.
Come on. What's their name?
What was the
company?
question again? Sorry, though.
Question.
Yeah.
All right. So this PR company she introduced me to, right? I've used them for 25 years, right? And I said to you how important recognition is, and that's the most important. What's the PR company's name?
Recognition.
Got it. What a name. What a name, isn't it?
Yeah. Is that actually what it's called?
That's the name.
Really?
What a name. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's like, when she told me, like, that's why I use the word recognition. You got it. She went, and I've got them, and I've got them. I can't, what a name. What a name, isn't it, for PR? And it's not a joke. I'm just like, I'm blown away with it. And so I'm still with them today. Absolutely brilliant. But what a name for a business. I think what I'm getting out of a business, it's great if your name in business says what you do.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying this, I'll give their number out and I go, right, I've already done the recognition word, and I just think it's an amazing name, recognition.
So have you also noticed a change from 40 years ago to now, how recognition or PR works and how it's done?
Yeah.
So look, could you give an example of what would, at the start, what would be a common thing to do?
Well, the start, the original was you'd have a photo done and get it in a magazine. You with me?
Yeah.
Now it's like you can be on billboards, you can be all over social media, TV, press, turning up at events, sponsorship. It's gone from, you know, look, for me, it's gone from putting a little ad in the shop window to, you know, being on the TV at a massive event or that type of thing.
I think PR is probably like one of the more important parts of business. That's the reason. Yeah, look, PR is more the business than business itself. If you know what I mean.
Look, to probably put it in a simple way, people often say to me, "Do you think it's worth, you know, having PR, and do you think it's cost effective?" And my answer is, what is my fucking answer? My answer is, can you afford not to have it? Because you know I've got to be good not to have PR, you know, and there ain't no one out there. I'm telling you now, PR is priceless. Yeah. I don't care what I spend. We were spending at Pimlico £1 million a year on Google alone, right?
Google. Yeah.
And, you know, that's very good. But if you spend £250,000 on a PR company, it's best investment you can do. And now, like, you know, like the new company we fix, we have our own in-house PR team, which I've had at Pimlico. He used to work with me then, Cole Plunkett. He'd been with me 15 years. He runs the PR team. So we have an internal one and externally, and I use Keith Bishop, I think it's called Bishop's PR, and I still use Recognition PR, and absolutely priceless, you know. And look, I have to be honest, if someone's up and running in business and they say to me, do you think there's a value in PR? Well, if you can't work that out, you shouldn't be in business. But as a new starter, you can't afford it. But I'll just go back to that word. It's called recognition. Yeah. That's what you've got to do. So, to run a successful business, you've got to have PR.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go on, I like this question. I'm getting in.
With the Reggie plate, so what, like...
Oh, the registration plate. Okay, it was just an idea I come up with.
What made you think, did you just think, well, everyone looks at Reggie plates on the car?
I didn't think that, to be honest. I think, you know, I started seeing number plates and I'd see it like, you know, Bob or something, or Fred, and, you know, I mean, I didn't get it. I just didn't get it, because it was more about a person, And then I'm thinking, oh, you know, that's Jim, isn't it? And that's Fred, and that's like, you know, like, you know, you start looking at the number plates, don't you? And then I thought to myself, do you know what? Maybe I can get something to. It sounds silly now because everyone's doing it. We was the first to start it off, right? There's no two ways about that. So I'm thinking, now, in the auction, there's a number plate drain, DRA1N, I think it was. I know it's spelled drain, but I think it was a 1N. And I had sleepless nights. $6,000 I paid for it in the end. And I'm like, shall I get it? Shan't I got it? Is it right? I mean, now it's just like, you know, it's like breathing now. I just buy them naturally. But, and I'm, shall I, shan't I? And I'm talking to people who don't know, and no, you're mad. Something wrong with you. What's, you know, number plate? And I bought it for $6,000, put it on their drain van, and it changed overnight. Everyone was like, fucking hell, like, you know. And then a little while down the line, I got people bidding me $100,000 for it, right? Well, you couldn't buy it off me for £1 million at the time because it's priceless. And then it just escalated, you know what I mean? So I think we had 250 vans, 183 of them had plumbing related or trade related number plates on. You know, we had bog, lab, boiler, leak, sink, flood, pipes, gas, you name it, we had it, you know what I mean? Anyhow, it just grew and grew, and then it you know, it's a no-brainer. It's like priceless, you know what I mean? I think I probably bought £1 million worth of number plates. I sold them, unfortunately, with a company, but if I had them now, you couldn't buy them off me, and they're probably worth $2 million anyhow. And
nowadays.
I had one called Bog One, right?
Bog One.
And wherever he comes from, who was the Chelsea manager with all the dosh? Abramovich?
Abramovich, yeah.
Abramovich. Yeah. He wanted to buy it off us, right? So these people come on to me, and I think I don't matter what I give for it, but I just said to him, I don't sell number plates, like I've only ever sold one. And I said, you have it for 50k, and he ran away. But evidently it means God in their country, God won.
Oh,
so imagine Bog won, and you got, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyhow, I didn't sell it to him, and I'm glad I didn't, because my son, who was an apprentice, he used to drive that one around, but Bog won. Yeah, so it's a great marketing tool, and like most businesses, you know, if you're in what we're doing, your best marketing tool is your vehicle on the road. So I come up with the idea is, let's make it clean and tidy, let's make it the best signage or livery you can, and let's add something else to it, the number plate. And so it was a great marketing tool, it's priceless. And look, loads of people have copied us, and that's lovely. And then we become like the Eddie Stoberts of the number plate. Eddie Stoberts, the big lorries, and the lorry was called Mary or Jane or Jimmy or Eric. And so people got to know us by the number plates, and kids were collecting them, and we've done charity things like spot the number plate on the radio, 100 quid. And I've done a clever move there. So we'd send 10 out for charity, and you spot it. And you know, don't get me wrong, when it's out there, it's on the radio, people are spotted within minutes. So we'd send it out with a different plate on. When it gets, say, 5 miles away, put Bog 2 on it, or Lab or something. But within 10 minutes, people have got it. But to stretch your programme out, so I used to do it on the radio, 100 quid a plate, right? And then the last one, whatever it be, right, good one, you hold that back, right? You know, everyone's looking for it. And then just, you know, everyone, look, find this plate, let's make £1,000. Then all of a sudden, ring the engineer up, so, all right, put it on. 2 minutes later, someone spotted it. But what an advertising tool, you know what I mean? What an advertising tool. And in the end, we had customers, it sounds an unbelievable story, we used to have customers would book you by the number plate.
What, so you get the same engineer?
No, so you don't get the same one.
Oh, so you don't, right.
What the punter used to say is, oh, I had shower ran the other week, can you send me a different one? I've seen Bog One. No, it's true. And like, I used to think, I can't believe it. They don't remember the plumber's name, but they remember the number. They go, or they might say, oh yeah, look, the one who comes to me is always Boiler. Can I have him? And I'm like, I don't believe it. A bit of fun, but also, I remember one woman saying, oh look, we had shower round. I've seen, let's think of another one, Gas or something. Can we have him round? And I'm thinking, this is amazing. So with the new company, before you ask me the question, yes, we've got all plumbing related number plates. We've got We Fix 24/7, we've got We Fix One, we've got We Fix this, We Fix gas, loads of them. So every van will have on We Fix will have a trade related number plate. Sorry.
Just adding on to We Fix then as well. We Fix London, are you going to expand into other areas of the UK?
Am I going to expand the business?
Yeah,
of course I'm
going to expand into the UK anyway.
Yeah, look, you've got to get the market share of London first.
Yeah.
We had it before with the other company. We're doing well. We're starting to get there. It's doing very well. And again, a lot of old customers come back to us. We haven't approached them. We don't approach their staff, but customers have a choice. And, people will always go for quality. You know what I mean? So if you've got a quality outfit, so what was the question?
So, well... no, I forgot.
Question is We Fix going to expand out of London?
Yes, out of London, yes.
Okay, undoubtedly.
Yeah.
Undoubtedly. Already I've got some vans out here. They're going back now. They're going back on Monday to be sign written. I've started having a few inquiries of people that I know out here, because you know what it's like getting tradesmen, it's difficult. So we get a couple out here and we do a bit out here, but this ain't the market we really want to hit. UK, and whether you go Manchester or where'd you come from? Scotland?
Scotland, yeah.
Do you have running water up there?
Yeah, we do.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay, well maybe Scotland. I'm kidding you up, you know that. But yeah, look, business is unlimited, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's up to you, where you do what you can either, be a little one-man band, and there's nothing wrong with that, or you can, get out there and make lots of money. So yes, it will expand.
I've just thought of another question there as well for you. You said you don't like partners. Why? In business, why?
I'm not fucking good with them in relationship. No. I don't like partners, okay, right? Because I've never met anybody that I would want to be in partnership that can bring more to the table than me.
Right.
So I don't see the point of having a partner if they can't bring more to the table or level field. And if you don't have a partner, then you've got the lion's share. You know what I mean? We all want the lion's share, don't we?
Yeah.
Let's not kid everyone. We cut a cake up, but we all know which bit we're having. Right. So unless somebody in partnership can bring something to the table that you can't, or they can bring more to the table, I don't see the point. And I have never met anybody that could bring more to the table to me on running a plumbing company.
Right.
I mean, they might be good on computer, they might be good at this, and that all contributes, but as an overall thing, if I'm going to have a partner, they need to at least bring equal to me. I'm not talking about money, I mean, because anyone can put money up, but, it ain't money that makes a business. It's drive, it's enthusiasm, it's willpower, it's like, I want to be the best, and you can't buy that. You know what I mean? I mean, if you could buy it, you'd be a millionaire, wouldn't you? But you can always buy brains. You can buy an accountant, you can buy a HR, you can buy this, that, and that. But you can't buy drive and enthusiasm, and the will to want to win.
Yeah.
So the question is, unless I meet anybody that's got more drive and enthusiasm, and then I ain't going to have a partner. And on saying that, I'm probably quite difficult to work with. I'm a bit straightforward, a bit blunt, and that don't suit everybody.
Yeah.
Business is. I say it in a polite way. Business is war, right? But without the violence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you only want the right people on your side, in your corner. You don't want like traitors. You don't want people that can't hold their hands up. You don't want people that it gets a bit bumpy road. They want to jump ship. You want a proper there ain't many people that you can count that will stick in your corner and bring something to the table. I'm not saying they're not out there, but they're very few and far between. And I say, business is war. You know what I mean? If in a war, you've got to do what you've got to do to win. I'm not talking about dirty tricks, but, you know, business is
standing up for yourself.
Well, it's a war, isn't it?
Yeah,
you know, it's a war, but without the violence.
Yeah,
you know
not
what I mean?
saying be shady behind people, but you need to stand up for yourself, and you know what you need to do and what you don't.
And I'm not saying there's some great people out there, but, you know, I just think, you know, when you've had your own business 50 years in, I've never worked for anybody. I mean, once I finished my apprenticeship, I made a promise to myself is that I will never work for a company again. Because, you know, when you're an apprentice, it's go here, go there, do this, do that. You know, and you think, I'm fed up with people telling me what to do. And that learned me to think, I don't want to do that. So in business, I don't really want people telling me what to do, unless it's a big advantage. I mean, most people that tell me what to do, they can't do the shoelaces up, you know what I mean? They're like, you know, you're not a university guy, are you?
No.
Well, you know, I've had lots of these brains with university come in, and like they can't even fucking find the door to get in the building, and they got like a degree in whatever, and I'm like, look at them, I go, okay, what is it you can offer? Well, I've got this, I've got that, okay, yeah, what can you give me then? Have you ever worked in the workplace? No. So you've got no experience. I mean, I'll always take someone on that's gone to work. If they've had 10 jobs, it don't matter. Then someone who's sat in a university behind a desk and never been in the workplace. You know, there's no substitute for experience. And I say you can buy brains, you know what I mean? I mean, if I had brains, I'd be dangerous. You know, you don't need brains to be successful. Yeah. You need drive, enthusiasm, and I don't believe in luck neither, you know what I mean, in business. And, you know, I just don't believe in it, you know.
I would say, well, yeah, if you don't believe in it, then you don't, but I would like to be lucky. I would like to be lucky. If you're lucky, you're lucky.
Well, no, but I didn't mean it.
I know what you mean.
What I'm trying to say, people say to me, oh, you've been lucky, Charlie, you've been lucky. Okay, well, why the fuck then was I getting up 7 nights a week doing emergencies and non-stop working and putting my house at risk, putting my health at risk, if I could rely on luck? I wouldn't have done that. I'd have just sat there and wait for luck. Don't work on the luck thing, just work on making it happen, you know. Yeah. Do you know the best ingredient for a business? I feel like I'm lecturing you now, and I'm not. No. I'm not. You sounds like you know more about business than me, the way you're going. The most important thing in business, right? I'm going to ask you, it's not a quick question, and a lot of people miss it out, right? So I look at a business like this, it's like making a cake, and I can't fucking cook, right? Right? You put an ingredient in, you put a bit of like HR in, you put a bit of like good tradesman in, you've got a bit of management, good accountant, good PR, and you're mixing this cake, right? And all of a sudden you might put a bit too much of that, and you need more of this one. You need a bit more of quality control in. So you keep mixing the cake, right? And when you get the mixture right, you know, you've got a good cake kind of thing. And that's how our class is running a business, you know what I mean? A plain cake, you ain't going nowhere. Put a bit of this, bit of that, bit of this, bit more of this.
Bit of trial and error.
Bit of what?
Trial and error.
Oh, trial and error. I thought that was something to eat then. Trial and error. Yeah, well, all I'm trying to say, you put all them in, right, to make your business. But there's one ingredient. There's one ingredient that a lot of people forget for business. I'm going to ask you the question. What is it?
Yourself. No?
Well, you're already in it. You're going to get this right in here. But there's an ingredient to make a successful business that many people forget. You're going to get it's 2 words.
2 words.
First word starts with H. Or maybe it's 1 word. Call it 1 fucking word, isn't it? 2 words.
Oh.
No help.
Hard work.
Got it. So all I'm saying is, a lot of people forget. That's, to me, I don't know anybody that's successful that hasn't worked hard. But people come up with, I'm going to do this, do that, and you go, what about, you know, I'm all right, I'll work from home. I'm all right, I'll be in, no, it don't work like that. So when the business person is mixing your cake, don't forget the best ingredient is hard work. You know, brains you can buy all day long. Sorry about that, I've fucking gone into one now. And I'm getting excited now because I can see all the things I've picked up over the years. And
well, that's what we're here to learn.
And I know they're right, you know what I mean?
I'm not right. We're here to learn about.
I'm not right about, like we all say, you know, we're not right about everything. I mean, you ask me something about something else, I ain't got a clue. I mean, if you ask me about business, then Yeah, I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The other thing in business, I'm going to ask you the question. What's the ultimate in business?
Pardon?
What is the ultimate in business?
The ultimate.
Ultimate, yeah.
What do you mean by
Meaning,
ultimate?
you run a business for a reason, but what's the ultimate thing you can do with a business? You don't know yet, but you've already.
Well, how to sell it.
That's it. So the ultimate is you start a business from nothing and you cash out at the other end. There ain't nobody can tell you. There's nothing better you can do in business than that. Don't matter how much you cash up for, but there ain't many people that start with nothing and then cash it up the other end. It goes by the wayside, they get ill, they give it to family, it goes wrong. But the ultimate in business is start a business from nothing and cash it up at the other end. You cannot top that.
Which I see a lot of people, that's where they end up failing. They end up either getting too attached to it because they've grown to it from nothing, like yourself, and then they get too attached, they can't let it go, or then they hand it down to the family and the family can't control.
Yeah.
The second generation fails the business.
Yeah, but you know yourself, you know, if you've got someone in your family that's been successful, it's an hard act to follow. I mean, thank God I never had any of my parents and that was successful, because I'd have been in a fucking mess, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well,
like,
I think that's a point that, like...
Well, probably what I mean, I know your family are very business oriented, they're very successful, and they're being hard act to follow.
That's what I mean. So you, like... I can completely understand where you're coming from, where you say, well, my dad and mum, same, they had nowhere more successful, well, as high level as them as they are now, in front of them. So they
had
not saying no pressure.
They had a higher level in front of them.
No, they didn't.
Oh, they didn't. No,
so they're not saying they didn't have any pressure, but they've done it, and now I'm supposed to be better than my dad, so I've got to be better than that.
Look, I've learned this, it ain't always trying to be better than that person, but it's just like having a go at it, you know what I mean? You haven't got to be the best.
But also I'd say, I know my dad wants me to be better than what he was.
You will be.
Yeah. I will be, and I will be, because I'm going to work hard for that.
You're 17 years of age, you're interviewing successful people, you know, you're not here as a game.
No.
You know what I mean? There's a reason why you're doing it. You've already got a couple of, what do you call them, pubs, hospitality up and running that I'm told are doing very well. And you're 17 years of age. You with me? I mean, fucking hell, 17 years of age, I was like, you know, apprentice, you know, earning about £3 a week, you know what I mean? So, but it's not about trying to beat other people like in your family, but it's just like giving it a go. And if it appeals to you, go for it. Can I ask you a question? Please get the answer right. Right. When's the best time to sack somebody in business? If you think about it, you're going to get the wrong answer.
Straight away.
Go on, a bit more. You're on it.
Like once they've done it, like no second chances, first time.
So the best time to sack. Well, okay, you're on it. You've obviously heard me. You've read about this. No, the best time to sack somebody is when you first think about it.
Yeah.
Now, all this nonsense, give them a chance, give them a chance. Yeah, give them a chance. We're not ruthless people, but 9 out of 10 people, if they're not stacking up, they won't change. You might get 1 changes out of 10 and he becomes a great guy and a manager. But the damage the other 9 would have done you. Now, I learned this in business. Unfortunately, I probably didn't learn it for 20 years, but a great business tip. The best time to get rid of someone is when you first think about it. Because if they're late, if they're like gone on the booze, if they're like gone off the rails, if they're not up to scratch, you do all the encouragement to do it, but you set a time limit on it. I'm not telling you nothing you don't know, and I'm quite surprised you didn't know that once. I'll get you one. I should do one in a minute.
No, it's okay, well.
I'm going to catch you.
No, ask me more questions.
Look, that's the right answer. Yeah. The best time to get rid of someone is when you first think about it. And don't listen to all these pests and busybodies that tell you, oh, give him a chance and he's going through a tough time. Yes, you're going through a tough time. Let's get it sorted by then, or let's part company. Because the longer you're holding them, like,
the more it drags you.
Right, I'll ask you another one. I hope you don't get this right. You're on the wrong train. When's the best time to get off? You're going the wrong direction. You're on the wrong train. When's the best time to get off that journey?
Next stop, I would say.
As soon as possible, yeah? Yeah. It's like the same as in business. If you're doing something wrong, right, If you're on the train, the quicker you get off that train, the better it is.
Better it is, yeah.
The cheaper it is. So I'm just trying to use that in a business term. If it ain't going right, don't fucking. Sorry, I keep swearing.
Don't let it keep going.
Yeah, don't keep, get off the train. And I'm saying it's good that you. All right, I think I gave you the answer anyhow.
Yeah.
But anyhow, so you got 2 out of 3 right. I shall find another one. Look, business ain't a trick in the game, but it can be a bit of fun. Let's be fair. I mean, if you can enjoy your business and make money, and help other people, like keeping them in work, and you're all drinking from the same teapot. It's wonderful. I mean, that it's corny, but there's no business like your own business, is there?
No. There isn't.
And as I say, I'm going to just say this again. Not everybody's got to be a leader. You know what I mean? You can work together. You're a great team. You haven't got to be at the top of the ladder as long as you're on the ladder. That's the important thing. But in this world, there's leaders and followers. We all know what we are. There's winners and losers. We all know what we are. And there's rich and poor. And we all know what. Anyhow, enough about me. Sorry, I feel like I'm lecturing. Anyhow, that's it. Go on, where you go?
Oh, no. That was perfect. That was brilliant.
Okay.
Thank you.
You got one more thing to ask me. If I was to, I don't know if you've heard me do this one. Actually, catch me out on this. Ask me. No, actually, don't ask me. I'll tell you this. So Albert Einstein, true story. If he came back in the world, do you know what he wants to come back as? And this is true story.
No, I don't.
Well, go on, take a guess. I mean, it might be something to do with
Probably himself.
Eh?
Himself?
No, it might be something to do with what we've just been talking about. Oh, right. What am I? Besides plumber?
Oh, a boxer.
Plumber.
Plumber.
So Albert Einstein, this is a true story.
He wants to become a plumber.
He said if he ever came back again in the world, he would come back as a plumber.
And why is that?
Well, fuck knows why that, but I presume he thinks, I mean, fucking hell, I'm asking the questions, not you. So, this is true story. You read him up. When I tell people, they say, like, oh, you're talking shit. Anyhow, Albert Einstein says, if he could come back in the world, he'd come back as a plumber, right? Now ask me the question, what I'd come back as.
What would you come back as?
Albert Einstein.
Right. Oh, there you go.
I'm just saying, no, it's a true story. I mean, why the fuck would I come back as a plumber? I'd come back as him with all them brains and make it happen. But the true story is, I suppose at the time he's probably sick of like all the brains. Plumber's doing right. And he went, if I could come back again, I'd come back as a plumber. But I'll come back as fucking Albert Einstein. Sorry, I just think that was it.